Hello everybody. Many times when people come to numerology readings or ask about numerology, and especially their own numbers, the tendency is to think about numbers in terms of good or bad. When people have karmic numbers, karmic debts as we call them in numerology, such as 13, 16, 19, 14, people tend to go into one of the extremes. It's either good or bad. If they have a number 8, a number 3, people tend to think like, okay, 3 is a lucky number. Or maybe 4 is a more restricting number. In this video, I want to explain a very fundamental principle about numerology and about analysis of people and about energies in general. The numbers are neither good nor bad. Let's make that very, very clear. Numbers are potentials. There is no one number from 0 to 9 that has only good qualities or only bad qualities. All numbers are potentials. All numbers can function on their positive side or on their shadow side. If we take it, let's take a few numbers as examples. So oftentimes people refer to number 3, for example, as a lucky number. So 3, it is true that when it functions on the positive end, it is very charming, it is very creative, it is very joyful, it is trusting in life and therefore inviting things to happen in a kind of magical way. There is a truth to that. There is a magic in 3. However, on the shadow side, 3 can be very irresponsible, childish, not learning from mistakes, and therefore, oftentimes when 3s function on their shadow side, they can even experience tragic experiences in life just to push them to mature. Let's take an example of another number. Let's take the number 1. So the number 1, when it's functioning on its positive end, we see a very strong willpower, clear-minded person, strong authority, self-confidence, good leadership. When it functions on the shadow side, we see misuse of power, violence, bossiness, not knowing how to cooperate and work together with others. So every number, as you can see, has its potentials. Let's talk shortly also about karmic numbers, karmic debts. Okay? So let's take, for example, the 16 that creates a 7. The 16-7. The 16 is considered a rather heavy karmic debt. So oftentimes when I teach and tell people about, we reveal their chart and they say, oh my God, I have a 16 in my chart. It's like, my God, my chart is bad. I say, no, your chart has a lesson. So the 16 oftentimes means that we have to grow into the qualities of the 7, of trust, of knowing ourselves, of opening up our emotional reality, of knowing our path. We have to go oftentimes through more trial and error. Oftentimes people with 16, they will experience issues in relationships, fear of abandonment or abandoning others, all kinds of shattering experiences in life that kind of like throw them back to the beginning point, and then they have to kind of get themselves together. So that's, one can say, the hard part of the 16, but the 16 karmic number, and this again applies to all karmic numbers, makes you an amazing teacher in the end of the day in that specific subject. You go through all the nitty-gritty stuff. You really learn what it means to cleanse yourself from the ego, from pride, from closeness of the heart. You learn how to open your heart on a very deep level. You learn how to appreciate connections and the people around you. You learn how to function with humbleness. So this is an amazing purifier, an amazing teacher, and this applies for all karmic numbers. So the bottom line of this video and the message I want to give to you is that no number is good or bad, and the way that we use the numbers is really what will come out of them. So there's a lot of freedom in how we use our own fundamental structure. So whenever you look at your own numerological chart and core numbers, never judge. Never judge. First, look at the constitution, look at the energies, at their lessons and potentials. And then there's a lot of space for you to choose the right way to work with these numbers. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and visit my Facebook page, like it, comment, update yourself with the new posts and new blog posts. And as always, I look forward to seeing you in the next video.